Creativity is hard. Sometimes the ideas constantly flow, but then other times I just feel like I'm stuck staring into the abyss. So over time, I came up with a series of steps that help me to keep going forward. But to go forward, first, we need to go back to the beginning. The hardest part of any project is making the first move, but eventually, you just have to start.
I'ma do it anyway, wanna beat up, want you back up. I'ma let my hair down now, wanna get down to my favorite sound. I'ma let you in real close, I know I shouldn't do this right. I'ma do it anyway, kinda wanna lock this down.
You need to make the first move and build up piece by piece. Staring at a blank canvas can be intimidating, but remember, once you get started, you're already one step closer to the destination, which brings us to rule number 2. As Jodi Picoult once said, you can't edit a blank page, but you can edit a bad page. It doesn't matter if your first ideas are bad because you've already put your creativity in motion. Keep looking for new ideas and every now and then a good one will appear. The thing is, every time you start, you'll probably have no idea how it's going to end up. That's why rule number 3 is get used to having no idea what you're doing. You need to just keep moving forward into the darkness, leaving the comfort of the familiar and stepping into the uncertainty.
When you're pushing your creative boundaries, there's always going to be obstacles along the way. That's just a reality of life. And that's why we have rule number 4. Always embrace failure. Embracing failure isn't just about acknowledging when those failures happen. It's about learning and growing from those experiences so that you can keep moving forward and keep progressing.
That smile's gonna be the end of me.
Every single failure is a lesson. Stop thinking of them as failures and think of them more like experiments. Every single one is like a stepping stone that's going to help you reach greater heights and learn new things for the future.
Smile's gonna be the end of me.
Which leads us to rule number 5. Try something different. You never know where a new sound or perspective might take you, so don't be afraid to explore new territories. It's one thing to understand your failures and to learn from them, but you need to know when it's time to try a different approach and try things from a different angle. As long as you can master that, then you're going to keep moving forward with each mistake. Albert Einstein said, "The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results." You need to know when to try something different. One thing I've learned is that it's just as important to rest your mind as it is to exercise it. That's why rule number 6 is take regular breaks. When you're working on a project for a long time, your brain can start to interpret things differently. It's important to take regular breaks because after a while, your brain starts to tune out certain things and you start to actually hear or see things in a different way than they actually are. That's why taking regular breaks allows you to refresh your mind and pick up on things that you may not have noticed before. Rule number 7 is to prioritize your health and well-being. This isn't just about physical health. It's about looking after yourself both mentally and physically. I know you've heard this 1,000 times before, but looking after your physical and mental health is one of the most important things you can do for yourself as a creator. And wherever you can, try to work smarter, not harder. That brings us to rule number 8. Never give up. The easiest thing to do is to stop trying, but you have to keep pushing forward even when it gets really hard. Just don't confuse trying something different for giving up. It's not the same. It's okay to change your approach and even your entire plan if something isn't working, but make sure you're not just giving up because things are getting hard. No matter how many times you fall over, you need to pick yourself up, clean up the mess, and try again. One of the most important things for creators is your community. You're going to need the help of others. Even if you want to try and do everything by yourself, at some point you still need other people to listen to you or consume your content, whatever you're creating. And that's why rule number 9 is collaborate and build your community. Even if you don't know anyone in person that's a creator or that's passionate or that can collaborate with you, this right here. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, like Twitter. There's so many different apps that you can use to build your community. It doesn't have to be in person. You can network with people. You can find a community that you fit into and find other people that can work with you. And that brings us to rule number 10, the most important rule of all. Always keep learning. The creative journey never really ends. There's always something new to learn, a different perspective to explore, or a new technique to master. You don't know what you don't know, and the only way to explore those unknowns is to keep experimenting, keep trying new things, and always keep pushing your boundaries. And once you've mastered this rule and gotten into a habit of always learning, the cycle starts all over again at rule number 1. Just start.
That smile's gonna be the end of me.